Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, episode 128. I'm Mateos Costa. Today, we dive into turning short stays, Airbnb nights, co-living weeks, and rotating rentals into SEF-ready residency proof with a 9-minute blueprint you can start applying today.
If you've ever handed over a stack of short-term receipts and heard silence from a landlord, or worse, a SEF officer delaying your appointment, you know the cost. Weeks of lost time, extra travel, and uncertainty. Short receipts alone look fragmented. Institutions want continuity, traceability, and a believable daily life. Today, I show how to turn those fragments into a consistent, verifiable story without faking anything.
Promise and overview. In the next 9 minutes, you'll understand what counts as residency proof, what landlords actually look for, and you'll get a clear 4-step outcome. Document a local address, create bankable income trails, build neighborhood anchors, and polish your presentation and communication. I'll also give a 30-minute checklist to start today and a real Nomad example so you see how it plays out in practice.
Section 1. Document a local address. The single most important shift is moving from one-off platform receipts to locally signed, dated evidence that ties you to an address. Options that work. A rental declaration, declaración de alojamiento, signed by a host or landlord. A short sublease or co-living contract with dates and signatures. Dated utility or delivery receipts when available. Or a host letter on header paper confirming your stay period. How to get these legally. Ask your host for a signed declaration when you book for multiple consecutive nights. Request a simple sublease for month-to-month stays, and always collect receipts showing the host's name and contact. If the platform blocks contact, request the host send a signed letter by email and keep the original message headers. The goal is verifiable continuity. Dates, names, an address, and a signature.
Practical tips inside this step. Prefer contiguous bookings where possible. 2 back-to-back bookings with the same host look better than scattered nights across different properties. If you move between co-living houses, get a signed transition note from the previous and next host showing overlapping dates. Keep digital backups and a civil folder with PDFs and screenshots named by date. That tiny habit saves hours later. Section 2. Bankable income and payment trails plus continuity payments. SEF and many landlords trust financial continuity more than raw platform receipts. Convert short-term payments into bankable traces. Prefer bank transfers or card transactions that show payee name and reference. Save invoices when you pay a host, and where possible, create small recurring local payments, a monthly co-living fee, a utility split, or a gym subscription. Even a small recurring payment communicates intention and continuity.
If you receive income as a nomad, generate simple invoices tied to Portuguese activity when feasible. Invoices for consultancy, a Portuguese registered payment gateway for local sales, or contracts showing local services. Don't invent income. Instead, show legitimate small transactions that create a trail. When paying a host, ask for an invoice or receipt with name, NIF if applicable, dates, and address. These small details are what verifies the money crossed borders and associated with the property. Section 3. Neighborhood anchors and presentation. This is where habits and appearance matter. Register with a local GP or health center. Enroll in a Portuguese language class. Get a gym membership. Volunteer once a month. Or join a local club. These create verifiable timestamps, appointments, receipts, SMS confirmations tied to your address. They're low cost and high trust. Presentation and communication amplify everything. How you show up in a landlord meeting or SEF interview affects whether documents are believed. Dress smart casual. Learn 3 clear Portuguese phrases. Greetings, thank you, and showing intent to integrate. Be punctual. Show your folder with documents neatly organized and dated. Use short, consistent stories. I arrived on X, I stayed at Y. I pay monthly for co-living at Z. Avoid shifting dates. Here's a short landlord script you can use. Hola, I'm Mateos. I plan to stay at least 3 months, and I can provide a signed declaration, monthly transfer receipts, and a GP registration. Say it calmly, hand over the folder, and let the documents do the work.
Real Nomad example and common mistake. Meet Lena, a freelance designer who bounced between Airbnbs for 3 months. At SEF, she handed platform receipts stacked in a PDF. SEF flagged gaps and delayed her appointment by 6 weeks. The fix: Lena consolidated 2 months with the same host, obtained a signed rental declaration, set up a small monthly payment to the co-living operator, registered with a GP near that address, and learned the short landlord script. At her next appointment, everything matched: dates, payments, and local services, and her file moved forward in days, not weeks. The mistake to avoid is relying solely on platform emails and hope. Instead, create cross-reference traces that tell the same story from 3 angles: address, payment, and local engagement.
Immediate action step, your 30-minute checklist. Do this now. 1. Ask your current host for a signed rental declaration or short sublease and save it as PDF. 2. Make one small recurring local payment, a gym, a class, or a monthly co-living fee, and save the confirmation. 3. Book an initial GP appointment or a local class and save the confirmation email or SMS. 4. Create a one-page folder with arrival dates, contiguous bookings, and payment screenshots named by date. Complete these 4 tasks in the next 30 minutes, and you'll already be far more SEF ready than most nomads who rely solely on platform receipts.
Risk and mitigation note. Don't manufacture traces. If evidence seems inconsistent, authorities notice. Keep timelines genuine. If you extend a stay, obtain a signed note from the host with dates. Prefer recurring small payments and authentic local activities over one-off documents. The strategy is consistency, not production. Course CTA. If you want templates, email scripts, a sample rental declaration, and a step-by-step residency evidence kit, the Nomad Life Success module walks you through each document and how to collect them efficiently. It includes editable templates for host letters, invoice examples that fit Nomad income, and a checklist aligned to D7, D8 requirements. Enroll if you want to remove guesswork and move faster with confidence. Portugal isn't just a destination, it's your optimized new beginning. That's your immediate blueprint. Start with one task from the 30-minute checklist and build momentum. Remember my line: Portugal rewards preparation. Small daily habits create big lifestyle wins. Build the foundation before you arrive. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Start applying one thing this week.